Don't you find it quite difficult to understand the meaning of a poem while reading it? Why are the poems so difficult to understand? Why are they so baffling? Do these questions arise in your mind too? If yes, then this video is exactly for you. So don't go, watch it till the end. Hello viewers, I am a host and coach Indresh Gautam and you are watching the English Horizons. So let's start without delay. Today we shall talk about the method of understanding a poem properly. Dear viewers, first of all, we should know that a poet, while composing a poem, has to pour his feelings, his ideas in a few lines, and even though abide by some rules and regulations of meter, rhyme, dictions, they have to follow diction which is quite suitable to their subject matter and overall mood of the poem. So it is very crucial, first of all, to while understanding a poem, we have to exercise some steps. We have to go through, and we have to find out some crucial things so that we can understand the meaning of a poem properly. While understanding a poem, first of all, we should try to find out. Actually, every poem is very terse. Poet incorporates his thoughts, his perceptions, his feelings in a few lines, in a few stanzas. It is not easy. It is not as easy as a piece of prose. So, first of all, to analyze a poem, we should notice some important things. First of all, who is speaking in the poem, and in what state of mind is he, the mood of this speaker, first of all. Second thing, who is being spoken to or addressed. Who is being spoken to or addressed means to identify the audience, whether it is the reader or it is some imaginary figure. And third is, what is it all about, the subject of the poem. पोएम है किस बारे में, the story of the poem. So we have to find out these things. And one more thing, where the events take place as the poem advances. So these are the things we should first try to decipher decipher in a poem. So, I think understanding a poem as the poem has hidden meaning lying in the depth of its layers. So, while going through a poem, first of all, we should read it again and again. Secondly, as I told you, there are some devices. Noticing them, following them, we can figure out the real meaning of a poem. So what are those devices? Those devices are called poetic devices. तो जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया दर्शकों एवं छात्रों, ऐसी कुछ युक्तियां हैं जिनके द्वारा हम एक कविता के अर्थ को समझ सकते हैं। सबसे पहले हमें देखना है कि उसमें कौन बोल रहा है, किसको बोला जा रहा है और किसके बारे, ये इसका विषय वस्तु क्या है इस कविता की, और ये इसकी घटनाएं कहाँ पर घटित होती हैं। क्योंकि ये बहुत ही पोएम में गहरा गूढ़ अर्थ रहते हैं, तो हमें उसमें गहराई में उतरना होता है, तो इसके लिए हमें पोएम को पहले बार बार पढ़ना चाहिए, उस कविता को। सो देयर आर सम पॉइंट्स we must keep them in our mind to understand a poem. First of all is a speaker. Who is the speaker? Whether he is the poet himself or he has invented a person to speak in place of him, in place of the poet himself. So when a poet invents an imaginary figure to deliver his thought, to tell the story of a poem, when a poet invents such an imaginary figure, the imaginary figure he invents is known as persona. And when a persona tells a story of a poem, this whole mechanism is called a dramatic monologue. So, one thing, either the poet is speaking, or the poet has imagined a person to speak instead of himself, and there may be some other situation as well. Secondly, we should try to identify the audience. It is very crucial. And one more thing, while we shall go back a little to the speaker, while reading the poem, we should also learn who is the speaker and in what mood he is. What is the mood of the speaker? Secondly, we come to the second thing, the audience. This is very important. Identifying the audience is the next step to decipher the meaning of the poem. Who is the poet? Who is the poet talking to? The poet or the persona. So there may be different situations. One thing, the poet may be talking to the reader. Second, the poet may be talking to the to someone dead or absent in the scene, and there may be one other situation. He may be talking to another imaginary figure. So the speaker here, one more thing, speaker is the person who is talking to his audience, and speaker, it may be the poet, or as I told you, the imaginary figure, a persona, है ना. तो मैं ये बता चाहता हूँ कि हमको समझना चाहिए कि बोलने वाला कौन है, और वो उसका मूड क्या है, और वो बोलने वाला कवि भी हो सकता है, या वो एक काल्पनिक चरित्र को गढ़ सकता है जो कि उसके स्थान पर उस कविता में बोले. तो ये स्पीकर है. ऑडियंस भी हमको समझना चाहिए. ऑडियंस भी हो सकती है कि स्पीकर बोलने वाले को सुनने वाला कौन है. सुनने वाला भी हो सकता है कि कोई एक काल्पनिक चरित्र हो दूसरा, उसी की तरह, परसोना की तरह, या फिर कोई ऐसा हो जो एब्सेंट हो या मृत हो. और तीसरी चीज जो है वो है कि हो सकता है कि रीडर को ही स्पीकर बोल रहा हो. दिस इज व्हाट आई वांट टू से अबाउट द ऑडियंस. ऑडियंस जो उसमें है उसके बारे में यही है कि हमको इतना समझना चाहिए. तो जब किसी एब्सेंट ऑडियंस या एब्सेंट या डेड पर्सन को बोला जाता है, तो यहाँ पर वो टेक्निक यूज हो जाती है विच वी कॉल apostrophe. So apostrophe, what is apostrophe? You can find a video on apostrophe in my playlist. You can check it out there. वहाँ आप देख सकते हैं कि apostrophe क्या है. ये एक फिगर ऑफ स्पीच है. And next thing is subject. The subject matter of the poem. What is the ground? What are the thoughts on which the very structure, the very structure of poem has been erected. So subject matter is very important. This is what we should try to understand with great care and with efforts. And one more thing which is quite helpful while understanding a poem is the tone. Tone is the poet's attitude, and it may differ from the speaker's attitude. Poet's attitude towards the poem or the treatment to the poem. So this depends on various things. The tone may be grim or it may be light. According to it also reflects the mood of the poem. So it depends on various things. For example, I would like to say that tone depends on diction, rhythm, meter, syntax, imagery, all these things. So what is syntax? The proper arrangement of a word or arrangement of words in a sentence. Rhythm means the flow of the poem. The stress the repeated stress that occur in the lines. It produces rhythm. And rhyme means the matching of syllables in the end of the lines. And next thing is diction. Diction, it refers to the words the poet chooses to compose his poem. He very carefully chooses only those words which best express his mood, the mood of the poem, his best express his thoughts, his philosophy. So many things are there to ponder over while talking to the tone. And one more thing is imagery. What is imagery? Imagery क्या है? Imagery means through the employment of words, creating different scenes or images, providing pleasure to our senses. ऐसी कल्पना के द्वारा ऐसी रचना करना, ऐसे दृश्य प्रस्तुत कर देना जो हमारे सेंसेस को आनंद देते हैं. तो we have, as we know, we have 5 senses. So imagery can strike any of your senses, 5 senses. When it strikes your sight, it is visual imagery, sense of sight. When it strikes your sense of hearing, then it is auditory imagery. When it strikes your sense of touch, then it is tactile imagery. When it strike your sense of smell, it is olfactory. And when it strikes your sense of taste, it is gustatory. So this is what I tried to make you understand the method to decipher the hidden meaning of a poem. Friends, a poem actually a very different way of saying the things apart from the ordinary way. So, and apart from the ordinary way, so we need to understand them in a way which is also not ordinary. And one more thing I would like to say, tell you, friends, the poem is always to enjoy, and in a poem, thoughts develop from its beginning to its very end. It's a logical development. It has a logical development of thoughts and the story that it tells, whatever. So we should try to first pay heed to the very first line of a poem. It may be a guide to the whole sense of the poem, and the last one is definitely going to be the conclusion. So there is always a logical development of thoughts and its ideas in a poem. So while understanding a poem, do care and always follow the method as I told you. So जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया, friends and my students, I think this is enough for now, and we shall meet you in next video. Till then, take care of yourself, and if you find my video helpful in any way, do subscribe, like and share. Thank you very much.